Tristian, hi. Jim Delapine here. I want to give you some video feedback on this. First of all, you do need to bring in an image, not create your own background here. This is not working. Okay, I appreciate the attempt, but you also have to have the correct character name. Okay, it's creative, but you can't do that. All right, so what I want you to do is, first of all, you need to keep the character within the 6 by 8 inch area. It's too close to the bottom, so that means you're going to select, let's see, the shadow. Click on that and then shift click the top layer, which is the eye, and then just simply move everything up. Okay. You may want to arc Fantasia Furniture Fairy around the fan. That'd be kind of interesting. Okay. So a little some suggestions here. I see. Also note you need to have your adjustment layer. That's a clipping mask, and these channels here, they're not used in here. I don't know where you got these from, but you need to save a selection and rename it as a channel. We've done that before in 3.1, I think, or one of the other previous ones, and I'll also note how to do that in my comments to you. So I appreciate what you've done here with all this fan and cutting this out. I don't know what this is here. With this so that looks like you did a lot of work there. I don't know. Maybe you. That's interesting. But that looks very good. So, but what you need to do, some parts kind of got deleted. Like the fan. There was like I don't know how you did that, but part of it is deleted. So what you need to do is select the head layer mask and go to your paintbrush tool. Make sure it's at 100% hardness. And with a smaller size brush, zoom in. And with white as your background color, you can bring in part of that image, okay? So I'm just shift clicking, okay? Now the thing is, if I right click on this and disable it, well, let's say you cut off the bottom here. Yeah, then you clean this up also. You've got some debris down here from your layer mask that you didn't cut out well enough. So, all right, so also for the eyes here, I would suggest simply clicking on them and creating perhaps a drop shadow to make it look like it's on the surface. Fool around with the settings and make it work that way. Let's see, use the size. Yeah, I don't know how. So if you do that, then you could very simply, let's see here, mouth mirror. I could steal this layer style and drag it down to the mouth mirror layer by holding down the Alt or Option key and dragging down to this, and you'll have the same setting over there. And then for the eye also, Alt, Option, click, drag the FX icon to that layer, and whoops, and there it is. Okay, so experiment with that. You also need to clean up. I mean, this looks pretty odd here. All right, at least make it look like it's attached to this arm by you see, I don't know what happened to the layer mask here. Yeah, you kind of have this stuff all over the place here. I see that you used it as a layer mask, but you separated it somehow. But so what you need to do is this: create a layer mask for arm left by clicking on the layer mask icon. Go to your paintbrush tool and mask out this part, so it at least looks like it's attached to this side here. All right, and then what I want you to do is take this arm here. You kind of did things a little odd here. You duplicated them, and see this here, the right arm with the layer mask. I don't know. So if I hit Control T to free transform around this layer here, and then move my center point over here, you're then going to rotate this. Okay. That's not going to work because of the perspective. So let's try edit transform, flip horizontal. That will work better. So you're going to flip horizontal, and then move that somewhere like this. I think something like that would be a little more animated. I mean, the perspective does not work at all, but I think that would be preferable, okay? So, and I see also you did some work on the shadow and some strange work here. You have this bottom shadow. The cut shadow is probably the one you're going to work with now, all right? So, yeah, bring in an image, place him in a scene or something, put Fantasia Furniture Fairy on an arc around his head, and you should be good to go. And don't forget to make the additional adjustments regarding adjustment layers that are clipping masks and a correct saved and selection that's renamed as a channel. Thanks. Bye.